Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Monday afternoon from Lisbon. This is day number 3 of the 2026 District 1 Girls Basketball Tournament here on yourliveevent.com. I'm Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes, and welcome to our pregame show brought to you in part by Irie Insurance, where today our first 2 games are win and go home. Then we'll get to our championship a little bit later on tonight, featuring the Maple River Raiders and the Sargent County Bulldogs. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll dive into the matchup here between the Pirates and the Richland Colts. Let you know how we got to this point with our bracket breakdown. That and more is still to come, and keep you apprised of what's going on at the District 2 Girls Basketball Tournament in Napoleon today as well. This is our pregame report brought to you in part by Irie Insurance.
Are you looking for a smarter way to watch TV? Halsted Telephone Company introduces HTC Streaming TV. Stream your favorite TV shows using HTC's app-based service on devices like Amazon Fire Stick with cloud DVR included. Get direct access to Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Hulu, and customize your lineup by mixing and matching streaming services that fit your lifestyle and your budget. Call Halsted Telephone Company at 800-457-2125 to learn more about HTC Streaming TV, made easy with Halsted Telephone Company.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassiz Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems, or are you working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
Yeah, I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they will come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Anderson Seed Farms Incorporated is proud to announce its new partnership with AP Select Seed by AgroPartners. AP Select offers the latest traits and genetics in both corn and soybeans. They're a family-owned company that believes in fair pricing along with unmatched customer support that makes them truly better by choice. Anderson Seed Farms is a certified seed conditioning plant that grows, conditions, and sells Westbred spring wheat seed, which was the top-growing spring wheat in North Dakota last year. Contact Anderson Seed Farms in Foreman at andersonseedfarms.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
On our pregame show here today, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance, let's take a look at the history between these two teams, the Pirates and alongside the Richland Colts. This season, Richland beat Hankinson 56-44 in Colfax back on January the 2nd for the win for the Colts. Richland 4-0 since the 3-division system against the Pirates, and Richland beat Hankinson 2 years ago in the District 1 tournament in a loser-out game. Hankinson looking to make it to the regions for the first time since the inception of the 3-division system. This is already their best record in the last 3 years here in terms of their wins, which is 10, and getting to a region qualifier here and trying to follow suit what they did on the volleyball court, which was make it out to Jamestown for the Region 1B volleyball tournament. While for the Richland Colts, they've been in this situation the last couple of years. 2 years ago, they lost to Oaks in a region qualifier down at Wahpeton at Science, while last season they lost to Waimea Lindenwood in a region qualifier 56-47. So they've been to this game now trying to get over the hump, and the Richland Colts as well, like Hankinson in volleyball, made it out to the Buffalo City for the Region 1B volleyball tournament. So it's the Pirates and the Colts here on yourliveevent.com. When we come back on our pregame show, we'll take a look at our bracket breakdown in terms of games coming up here the rest of tonight, both in District 1 and District 2, and also let you know who has already won a couple of district tournaments, as a handful of tournaments, District 5 and District 6, were Thursday, Friday, and Saturday So we already know 2 teams that have won a district here in the state of North Dakota. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, our bracket breakdown is next. From there, we'll get to our coaches' conversation, all ahead of the starting lineups and the opening tip on our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Go to IrieINS.com to get a free quote started today. Back with more after this here in Lisbon.
Red River Valley winters are demanding. The expert heating and plumbing technicians at Bears Home Solutions will keep your home warm, dry, and comfortable all winter long. When winter's chill is in the air,
you need a Bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
The Bison Booster Club, an organization that is rooted in their support of the activities within the Milner Public School District and the City of Milner. They pride themselves on their community involvement in local donations to area projects and sponsorships to help make their community a pleasant place to reside. If you have any questions or are interested in becoming a Booster Club member, you can check out the Bison Booster Club on Facebook or talk with any of the existing members. The Bison Booster Club, helping make their community a better place to live.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at BloomfieldTrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
Been running the same skid steer brand for years? It might be time to take another look. Butler Machinery now offers the newest Cat skid steer models built to compete head-to-head on price without sacrificing performance or durability. Choose the features that fit your operation and your budget. And behind every machine is a Butler team that doesn't clock out when the work does. Real support, real response when it matters most. This season, make the switch to Cat. As we continue on our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance, here's a look at how we got to this point for both of these respective teams. For the Hankinson Pirates, lost a barn burner to Weimar Lidgewood back on Friday, 45-41 in overtime. Then defeated Tri-State 49-36 here on Saturday afternoon. Hudson Huberg with 10 points to lead the floor for the win for the Hankinson Pirates. As this bracket breakdown is brought to you in part by Page Seed and Agronomy in Page, North Dakota. Well, on the opposite side for the Richland Colts, a 38-37 comeback win over the Enderlin Eagles in the quarterfinals, then a 55-25 loss at the hands of the Sargent County Bulldogs to wrap up a Day 2's coverage here on Saturday night in Lisbon. So Richland Hankinson makes up our first region qualifier. Region qualifier number 2 will be the Warbirds of Weimar Lidgewood against the Enderlin Eagles roughly at 6 o'clock. Then our championship later tonight roughly at 7:30. The Maple River Raiders go up against the Bulldogs of Sargent County. Third consecutive season that Sargent County and Maple River have met in the District 1 girls basketball tournament. District 2, Kenter County and Napoleon Gacko Streeter already underway. That game tipped off at the top of the hour in a win or go home game. Also in a region qualifier later tonight out in Napoleon, it's EKM and Madonna Pinger Buchanan with the District 2 championship going to feature Lemoore Litchfield Marion and the Linton HMB Lions. Here's the skinny on what's going to happen for the Hankinson Pirates. They can be the 3 or the 4 seed, depending on the results of our next game. If they win here and Oaks beats Weimar Lidgewood, the Enderlin Eagles beat Weimar Lidgewood, they would be the number 3 seed. If the Hankinson Pirates win, but the Warbirds win due to the head-to-head situation in the region tournament where the Warbirds beat Hankinson, the Pirates then would be the 4. So if you're the Pirates, you want to win, and an Enderlin win, that gets you the 3. Well, for Richland, it's simple. You win, you're the 3 seed, as they came in as the 3 seed here with Sargent County and Maple River, both the 2-1 playing in the District 1 championship. That is our Page Seed and Agronomy bracket breakdown. Get in contact with Page Seed and Agronomy today by giving them a call at 701-388-2635. That's 388-2635 for quality service, seed, and you can count on at Page Seed and Agronomy in Page, North Dakota. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get to our Coaches conversation coming up. We'll hear from Olivia Schmidt for the Richland Colts, then from Jada Malka, the Hankinson Pirates, then and more still to come today here from Lisbon.
New Solid Tech R floors deliver sustainable high performance from bottle to floor. They're PVC-free and made with natural stone and recycled single-use plastic for scratch-proof, flood-proof protection that stands up to all that your life demands. Because sustainability, beauty, and performance are at the heart of Solid Tech R floors.
Available at Carpet World, 17th Avenue South, online at carpetworldfargo.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yield and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Are you looking for the perfect hardwood for your next winter project? Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro has exciting news. Hardwood is now available in the Red River Valley only at Cywick. Whether you're a crafter, woodworker, or hobbyist, they have what you need to make your project. Choose from 3 convenient thicknesses and a beautiful variety of woods: red oak, cherry, white oak, hard maple, walnut, hickory, and poplar. Get started on your next masterpiece with the help of Cywick Lumber and Hardware, Hillsboro. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers. They are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
As we continue on our pregame show here, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. It's the Richland Colts and the Hankinson Pirates for our first of 2 region qualifiers here in the District 1 girls basketball tournament. Joining us is the head coach. That's Olivia Schmidt here for the Richland Colts. And Olivia, 2 games so far. You've gotten yourself into an opportunity to continue to play on for another week with a win here today. So what have you liked about your team's performances so far in 2 games that you hope to carry over with you here against the Hankinson Pirates?
You know, I think it's been kind of the theme all year is our grit, our heart, our determination. We might not be the most offensively threatening players, but we know that our defense is pretty rock solid, and that gives a lot of opportunities for offense. And so, I mean, Sargent County took it to us, but we still, at the end of the day, held them to 55 points. So even though we maybe didn't have the most scoring on our side, we were still able to force them to take some difficult shots, and we did the things that we needed to do. Yes, they have a 6'8" girl, we don't, but we still kind of held our own, I think, at least on that front, and battled with Enderlin as we saw. So hopefully our defense can keep us carrying tonight and give us more opportunities in offense and ultimately limit their opportunities.
Let's talk about your opponent in the Hankinson Pirates, just kind of what's going to present the challenge for you later today for 32 minutes of basketball.
You know, they play a lot like us. Same press back to a zone defense and kind of some of the same offensive tendencies that we have, which can be good sometimes and obviously not so great other times. So I think the main thing is that they're also very athletic. So we can't necessarily say, well, we have that, that driver on the athletic side, because they kind of match us on that one. But I still do think that we can say we have a lot of heart, and we're going to just work. We worked on a few things yesterday just to make sure we're ready for them, because they're obviously nothing to sneeze at. They're a solid team. They're playing the same game we are, right? And winner moves on. So everyone's going to be coming out here ready to compete and ready to give it their all, because after today, there's no more giveies, So we're hoping that we can just kind of hold our own and just kind of control the tempo and do the things that we know that we have to do.
For some of your players, they're on the volleyball team that made it to a regional. Obviously, for some of these players, they've been in this game before from a basketball standpoint. standpoint, either last year or maybe 2 years ago. So how can you take that experience and try to apply that into a game like today that is a winner go home at the end of the day here, Olivia?
You know, I think it's a different experience. I think they got a little bit of a taste of winning in volleyball, which we haven't had kind of for basketball or volleyball for a while, where we can kind of say, you know, we're holding our own, we're doing our own thing. And so I think it was a great opportunity for them to have that little taste in volleyball and see what you can do. And then from basketball last year, I think it's kind of all over the place because we had a whole different team last year than we have this year. So I'm really proud of the girls we have. I mean, we have a couple seniors that in their earlier years never won a game. And so just by them carrying on and having leadership and doing the things that we need them to do, they play their roles, and it's amazing how everyone else fills in their roles. So I'm just excited for the game tonight, really.
Final thing for you, Olivia. You mentioned the last thing that I was going to ask you with Mallory Gunnis and Abby Fisher. Just kind of what have they meant on and off the court to you as seniors here this season?
You know, kind of everything. They're both kind of opposite people necessarily in personality and maybe thinking on the court. You have a Mallory who's a talker, who wants to make sure everyone knows what's going on. She's going to be the first person to communicate on defense and make sure we know what offense we're in. Then you have an Abby that's maybe a little bit more of the quiet one, but she's going to set that standard of here's how you work and here's how you work hard, and it's not an option. So we're definitely, whenever the season's over, we're definitely going to miss those two because they bring so much differentness that you need, and as an underclassman, you might not know how to do some of those things, and they just say, here's how you do it, follow suit. So we're really lucky to have them, both of them in our program for the last 4 or 5 years, and just really hoping to get that win tonight to keep their season for them moving forward.
Hey, Olivia, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck here throughout the rest of this game.
Thank you very much.
And again, Coach Olivia Schmidt with us for the Richland Colts. We'll continue with more after this on the pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance.
Emery Vistos Implement has been family-owned and operated since 1935. Located in Oaks, North Dakota, they sell CarQuest automotive parts and numerous lines of agriculture parts. Plus, you'll have to stop by and check out their clothing and footwear department, featuring the brands of Brothers in Arms, Howitzer, Ariat, Cinch, and Twisted X Footwear. Emery Vistos Implement, everything and anything you need is under one roof. Stop in just south of Oaks on Highway 1 or call 701-742-2167.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Ready to move better, feel stronger, and perform at your peak? At Evolve Therapy and Performance in Hankinson, they do more than rehab, they help you evolve. From physical and occupational therapy to wellness services, dry needling, and PEMF, Evolve Therapy and Performance treats the whole you. Athletes, their sports performance training is fully individualized, built around your sport, position, and season. Transform the way you live, play, and feel. Visit Evolve Therapy and Performance in Hankinson and take the next step today.
On the pregame show here today, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance, it's the Hankinson Pirates and the Richland Colts in our first of two region qualifiers. Joining us here from the Hankinson perspective is their head coach, that's Jaden Mauk. And Jane, just kind of what did you see from your team's a win back on Saturday afternoon against Tri-State that you hope to carry over here today against the Richland Colts?
Yeah, we definitely came with a lot more energy, wanted to be there, and I think that really carried through and hopefully carries through today as well.
As you take a look at Richland, just kind of what's going to stand out with an Olivia Schmidt team here with your opposition?
You know, I'm a little unsure who they'll play. Burseth went down and didn't play in the second half the other night, and if she is not able to go, pretty small. Tazark's not there still, and so kind of just unsure of who's going to play, where they're going to play, if they'll play, all the goods about that.
What does it mean for this team to get to an opportunity to be in a region qualifier here, Jane, just seeing what the growth of this program has been over the last couple of years here?
Yeah, I kind of just talked with them, this morning and said, you've never been here, you don't know, what to see, what to do, and I just said, why not prove a few more people wrong and make it to the regional tournament? And that's kind of what we're going, prove people wrong.
As you've seen this particular team, volleyball obviously made it to the regional tournament, now trying to do that with basketball. Just kind of what's been working with this group of kids to have success, in the sports that they play throughout the course of the calendar year. What do you think is a secret recipe, so to speak, here, Jaden?
They're a competitive group. They're young, they want to learn, and yeah, they they don't like to lose, and so that obviously is really nice to me because I can't stand losing. So yeah, I think we just all kind of meld together. They had a really good volleyball season this year. They carried that on to basketball, and we're just kind of hoping to carry that on to the spring sport as well.
Final thing, just to talk about your one lone senior here on the roster with Shylin Maidenwald, just kind of what has she represented for you in this Pirates program the last couple of seasons?
Yeah, she's kind of the main reason that they wanted to bring the team back. She was the only one that went to Wyndmere, and for her to come out here and hopefully make it to a region tournament in her career, I think that would just speak highly of how she's played, how she's done throughout her career, and that'd be really nice for all of us to do it for her.
Jan, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck here tonight.
Thank you.
And again, Coach Malk with us here for the Hankinson Pirates. We'll continue with more after this on our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Get in touch with David Bergerman today at 701-724-6252.
Hankinson is a very progressive small town that's actually, I would say, growing or thriving rather than dying.
If you have a family, this is a top-notch school system.
Hankinson's a small enough town that you feel secure.
We're able to be self-sustaining by having all of these awesome amenities.
And although Hankinson may be a small town, it has lots of things to keep you entertained or to start a new career.
Find home in Hankinson, North Dakota.
Hi, my name is Julie Falk. I am the owner and pharmacist in charge at Hankinson Drug. We really want to help everyone in the best way that we know how. We do med synchronization, so everyone gets their medication on time. We have mail-outs if you need them. We also have gift registry, whether you're getting married or if you're having a child.
Find home in Hankinson, North Dakota.
Crossroads Electric is committed to providing solutions for every customer. They know that each customer is different, which is why all of their services can be easily customized. Whether it is heating, ventilating, or air conditioning, let the team at Crossroads Electric take care of you from residential, commercial, or ag electric work. With offices in Milner and Lisbon, Crossroads Electric serves Sargent, Ransom, Richland, Dickey, and Lemoore counties. Call Crossroads Electric today for your professional-grade low-level coal monitor at 701-427-4328.
Hometown Community Bank serves both the Hope Page and Maple Valley School Districts in Page and Fingal, North Dakota. If you're interested in an ag loan, real estate, consumer, commercial, or HELOC, give Dwight a call at either branch location. Reach out to Janine about investing in a certificate of deposit or save by opening a money market account. Proudly supporting the Maple River Raiders and wishing the athletes and coaches a successful year. Hometown Community Bank is an equal housing lender and member of the FDIC.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
That does it for our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Go to IrieINS.com to get a free quote. Start today for the insurance protection you want and the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. I'm Chase Miller. He's Joey Hughes. Thank you so much for tuning in to our final day of the 2026 District 1 Girls Basketball Tournament. Maple River and Sargent County heading to the Buffalo City a week from today. The question is, who will join them between Hankinson and Richland and Wyndmere Lidgewood and the Enderlin Eagles as well? It's now time to get to our starting lineups brought brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products, grower-owned at crystalsugar.com. For the Pirates of Hankinson, head coach Jaden Mauk with a mark of 10-5 on the season. They'll go like this. Shylin Maidenwalt, a 5'9" senior forward, the lone senior on the roster this season for the Pirates. You have Ireland Mauk, the 5'6" freshman guard. Hudson Hubrig, the 5'8" sophomore, with Camry Kelly, the 5'5" sophomore guard, and Adley Mauk, the 5'8" freshman forward. Maidenwalt with Ireland Mauk, Hubrig Kelly, and Adley Mauk here for the Hankinson Pirates. Again, 10-5 on the season, averaging 47 defensively, giving up 41. As we turn our attention now to the Richland Colts here. Richland head coach is Olivia Schmidt with a mark of 10 wins and 11 losses on the season. The 5'4" freshman guard, Kinley Allen. Allen at 5'4" with Shelby Granholt. Granholt, the 5'6" sophomore guard. Mallory Gunness, the 5'7" senior, part of two seniors on the roster this season. The other, Abby Fisher, the 5'6" senior forward. And then Ashley Steger, the 5'6" sophomore guard. Again, Allen, Granholt, Gunness, Fisher, and Steger for the Richland Colts, averaging 42 points per game defensively, giving up 51 points per contest. That's our starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Our officials of this one, Alex Cleaver with Ryan Schneider and Michael Snorley. With Michael Sorley, Alex Cleaver again going to do the honors for us here in the circle. 4 8-minute quarters, 35-second shot clock, win or go home situation here in the District 1 Girls Basketball Tournament. Opening tip right on cue at 4:30, and it's won by the team clad in dark blue tonight here in the Hankinson Pirates. And coming away with it immediately for a steal goes Steger. Steger quickly up the floor to Allen, right-handed layup for 2. And the opening 2 points on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. That one goes to the Richland Colts, as the Hankinson Pirates will see this one up the other side of the floor. Hudson Hubrig will cross the timeline now, as the Hankinson Pirates will see this now for Hankinson. Pirates will slip it left and inside. There's a steal. Allen works with it the other side, looking to go coast to coast. She gets fouled, and 2 free throws upcoming here for Allen, as the Richland Colts immediately coming out with 2 turnovers and free throw attempts now for Allen. The foul on Ireland Mauk, her first and the team's first, and free throw attempts here for the Richland Colts. As Allen to the free throw line. First free throw attempt is up and short. Substitution into the game is Jessa Prochnow. She'll come in for Ireland Mauk. Free throw attempt number 2 on the way here for Allen. Allen hit the big shot back on Friday night in the comeback win for the Richland Colts, as this one will be off the mark. Rebound comes down to Shylin Maidenwalt, as she's able to get this one on the outlet to Adley Mauk on the interior to Prochnow. Prochnow back to Adley. Adley, the paint opens up for a nice little Monday stroll, but she misses this one. Good take. Rebound comes down to Steger, as Steger wants to push in transition. Does on the inside. Shot is up, partially blocked there by Shylin Maidenwalt after the miss by Granholt, as the Pirates will utilize it now in the front court, as they will with Shylin. Shylin leaves it right-handed side to Kelly. Kelly at the right wing. Ball screen coming by Hubrig, and this will be an illegal screen, not set. Hudson picks up the foul, her first, team second here of the opening 60 seconds of play. As the Richland Colts will have to contend with the full court pressure defense here for the Pirates. Richland, couple of dribbles, nearly a double dribble. This one gets to Granholt, up the floor to Fisher. Fisher will see this one, able to skip it, looking for Allen. Good hand defensively by Adley Mauk. Turnover here for Richland, as the Pirates will utilize it to Hudson Hubrig. Hubrig up top, able to reverse it right-handed side to Kelly. Kelly at the right wing, free throw line extended, taking the ball screen. Coming off the stagger is Hubrig. Hubrig left-handed side, as the Pirates will look for another pick and roll, but won't take it. Up top to Prochnow. Prochnow with 13 seconds on the shot clock, leaves this one up to Mauk. Mauk will contend with it here on this scrappy Richland defense. Mauk finds it to Kelly up top now with 5. Kelly takes a screen with 2, able to shovel this one off. Prochnow to beat the horn. It's a shot clock violation, and good defense on cue here for the Richland Colts. Yet again, that has been the story of this first quarter of play. Checking in will be Izzy Hernandez here for the Hankinson Pirates with Ireland Mauk, Hubrig, Kelly, and also Adley Mauk. Coming in is going to be Bianca Burseth. Good to see the 5'7" 8th grader in after she did not play in the final 2 quarters against the Sargent County Bulldogs back on Saturday. And she will see this one nearly tipped off and will get a foul. Foul will be assessed on Shelby Granholt. That'll be her first and the team's first here Full court pressure defense for the Richland Colts, a club that averages 42 points per game. Hankinson at 47. Little diamond in one. Allen went for the steal. Malk will see this up the floor, and there's a foul on the way. This will be against Fisher. So Abby picks up her first. That'll be the team's second, as both trying to handle a little full court pressure defense. 2 minutes into this contest on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Lone 2 is by Kinley Allen after getting that opening steal, and 2 points the other side of the floor. Ireland Malk in the front court here for the Pirates, as she'll see the Colts defense get back well. Hubrick right-handed side. Richland now will go a little 2-3 zone after going man-to-man. Malk to the right wing will throw this one up and in. Ireland Malk with her third triple of the tournament, and the Hankinson Pirates have their first lead. Steger gets through a double team up and over on the pass to Granholt. It's on the deck, and getting on the deck is Ireland Malk. Hernandez takes a couple of dribbles now to relieve pressure, fires it up the floor to Hubrick. Hubrick with a hard drive, leaves it back up top. Allen with the good right hand, able to get the steal. Now Allen looking to go coast to coast, right-handed layup up and in. Kinley Allen, 4 points, all off of 2 turnovers here for the Pirates. They have 4 in the game. Hubrick will see this one on the deck. Ireland Malk able to wrap it around. It's another turnover. The Richland Colts will take full advantage and get 2 points. Shelby Granholt. It's been 6 points off of 5 Pirate turnovers so far for Richland. Ireland Malk in the backcourt, taking a couple of dribbles here is Adley as they wrap it around to Kelly for the tying 3. Tickles a twine. Kelly with the triple, and we're not at 6. As they see this out of bounds after the drive there from Steger. Substitution is Charlotte Maidenwalt to check into the contest now for the Hankinson Pirates, as both these teams settling into this region qualifier, as Mallory Gunnis able to return to the floor, and then we're going to see Avery Gustafson, the 5'7" 8th grader. Between these two teams, just 3 seniors suited up, so a lot of youth getting some varsity experience throughout the year and in this district tournament as well. Mallory Gunnis right to the key, as Hankinson will match up man-to-man. Steger with the basketball, crossing over high post as they work it around right-handed side. Here's a 3 by Richland off the backboard, no good by Mallory. Rebound underneath is one by Fisher, spin shot, and she gets fouled. A senior forward to the line to shoot 2. The foul assessed on Adley Malk, her first and the team's third. And 2 free throws here for the Richland Colts. As Richland with a lefty at the free throw line, missing the first. Now 0 of 3 from the free throw line. Hubrick will quickly check in for Kelly. Richland led by 2, Hankinson 3-2. Richland led 4-3, and then eventually 6-3, and then Hankinson tied it up with a 3 to make it 6. That's the running score so far. As Fisher hits the free throw attempt, she'll sub out. Coming in will be Stella Veely, the 5'7" freshman, and the Richland Colts lead it by 1. Richland, they win this game. They'll be the number 3 seed from the District 1 portion of the Region 1B tournament. Hankinson wins. They'll either be 3 or 4, pending the outcome of our next contest with Enderlin and Wymer Lidgewood, as there's a foul. Gustafson picks up her first, team's third. 2 free throws upcoming here for Ireland Malk. Malk has been the free throw line 2 times here so far in the tournament. She's 2 for 2 from the stripe. As Ireland free throw attempt on the first one will rattle out, and we'll see a substitution into the game as Allen will check in. See free throw attempt number 2 here for Hankinson, trying to see with Ireland Malk if they can tie this one up at 7 apiece. Free throw attempt number 2 is going to go short. Rebound is loose and right to the aforementioned Ireland. Ireland left wing. Maidenwalt tees up a 3. No. Rebound comes down to Adley. Back to Hubrick. She'll launch the 3-pointer off the side of the rim. Hernandez trying to battle for it on the inside. Ball will be out of bounds. Last touch here by Hernandez and the Pirates. But a couple of grade A looks for Hankinson. They'll continue to take that style of play as we continue through this game. Richland Colts, I'm going to go against this diamond in 1. Richland will see this here to Gustafson, able to zip it up the floor, eventually to Allen, able to move the ball right wing to Gunnis. Mallory bounce pass. This one goes on the inside to Burseth. She lost it, and Hubrick able to come away with a steal. Hubrick with a head of steam off the window, no. Rebound tapped out right inside to Ireland. Malk will see this one to Shilan, now to Hernandez. Hernandez zips it near side Huberg. Good ball fake, able to get to the paint for two. Hudson Huberg in the scoring column, and we got a timeout on the floor. On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, Pirates lead it by 1.
Hope Page Public Schools are committed to the development of all students by providing a high-quality education that is reflective of the strong values in our communities. The staff at Hope Page Public Schools work each day to enable and inspire students to achieve academic excellence and make positive contributions to our world. Learn more about Hope Page Public Schools by visiting hopepage.k12.nd.us. We are Hope Page, and we will change the world.
Timeout on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North. Bank North, not new, not national. Bank North, a hometown bank focused on relationships, local questions, and community support. For more, go to banknorth.bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you here is taking a look as Ireland Malk going to be attended to here on the near side as Camry Kelly will check in here. As everything looks to be all right for Ireland, just maybe a little bit of a bloody nose situation right now, so she'll get attended to. So the Hankinson Pirates lead it by 1. Richland with the baseball pass up the floor. They find it to Fisher. Fisher at the left elbow gives it back up top. Here goes Allen for the lead. Three-pointer off the side of the rim. No. Good box out underneath, and this one was offensive by Burseth, as now Allen able to reverse it to Fisher. Fisher on the baseline takes a couple of hard dribbles, able to find it to the right pocket. Deep two-pointer goes long. Rebound Fisher, no, and it's loose underneath and finally comes away with Shilan. Maiden-Walt gets her third rebound of the game. Hesitation, move to the short corner, wraparound pass, open is Kelly for her second three. Nope, that'll go short. Rebound comes out to Fisher, and Fisher wants to run. Fisher trying to beat everybody down the floor. Can't get it to go, and the loose ball comes out to Adley. Well, so far for Richland, they have scored the majority of their points have been in the transition game as they give it up here to Kelly. Speaking of transition, here for the Pirates with their largest lead of the game at 3. Fisher near side will tiptoe the end line, and this will go out of bounds, or will it be a foul? And we might get a errant whistle, so this one will still remain Richland basketball. As coming in will be Grant Holtz, also with Violet Hermansley into the game, and Ashley Steger as well for the Richland Colts. Richland on the inbounds will see this one down to Grant Holtz. Grant Holt, right-handed side, will handle it back up top as they give it to Steger. Steger with the screen dribble, pullback three to tie. That'll go along off the backboard, rebound to Shilan. And you can make an impact in basketball without scoring. Shilan with her fourth rebound here in the opening 6 minutes. Right wing goes interior to Hernandez, and there's a foul. Izzy Hernandez, the 8th grader, will toe the line to shoot 2. Foul comes on Violet. Hermansley with her first and the team's 4th, and Hernandez able to see this one be block to block as they will shoot the free throw attempt now for Hernandez. This one will be up and in. Hernandez hits the first free throw, second one on the way as the Pirates now lead it by 2 possessions. This one is also good for Izzy. Substitution as Lillian Maidenwalt will check in for Hernandez here. Pirates lead it by 5. Winner of this game, you get another week of basketball. Get to play again a week from today at the Jamestown Civic Center and see if you can get one step closer to a potential state tournament at the Minot State Dome. That's what these first 2 games are all about. While Maple River and Sargent County, you can proverbially have a laid egg kind of a game where maybe it's just not your night and still come back next week. Well, in these 2, you got to play well to try to see if you can get to the region. As batting this one out of bounds. And we'll see Shilan to inbound the basketball. Right in front of the scorer's table here in the backcourt goes Hubrig. Abby Fisher, man pressure defense. Richland, for the majority of this game, has gone man-to-man, seen a little 2-3 zone just for a minute. Maidenwalt wraparound pass. Malk with the left pocket. 3! Nothing but the bottom of the net. Adley Malk with the three-pointer, and Hankinson has hit 3 of them from beyond the arc in the quarter. Grant Holt, left and inside goes Allen. Allen bounce pass Fisher. Nice shot up and in. Good way to break the press. Fisher with the field goal, her first of the contest. Richland back within 6. Hubrick quickly the other side of the floor. This one will be a foul. Will be assessed on Hermansley, her second, team's 5th, and 2 free throws regardless here for Hudson Hubrick. Pirates so far from the free throw line, 2 of 4 from the stripe. Those free throw attempts, number 1 of 2 here on the way for the sophomore. As Hubrick, right-handed toss. Awfully good volleyball athlete as well here for the Hankinson Pirates, as we'll see Mallory Gunish checking in. Free throw attempts, number 2 on the way here for Hubrick. As Hubrick, 2 of 7 from the free throw line so far in the tournament. Now make her 3 of 8. She's got 3 points. And we'll get a substitution as Hudson will check out of the game. Ireland Mauk will check in. Hankinson leads it by 7 with 1:07 left to play here in the first quarter. Steger, double team right in front of the bench, and we'll get a foul. That'll be the last one to give for Hankinson. Foul will come across on Adley Mauk, her second and the team's 4th. As we'll get a quick substitution into the game for the Pirates, as they will bring in Izzy Hernandez for Mauk with those 2 fouls, and Richland to inbound it with Allen. As Kenley quickly gets this one to the front court, as she does to Gudness. Mallory here top of the key. Will handle this one on the pass right-handed side to Granholt. Granholt gets walled off on the short corner, gives it back up top, as Steger will see it now with 20 on the shot clock. Steger to Allen, jumper from 16 is going to go long. Rebound here is going to be loose on the inside, and trying to grab it with the right hand, able to do so was Shelby Granholt. She's tied up with Shylin, and the arrow will favor the Richland Colts. So good job there on the way by Shelby. Getting after the loose ball as Hubrick will check back in. Also coming in now for the Colts will be Burseth. Burseth, left-handed side, will see it to Fisher. Fisher with the ball fake, left wing to Allen. She'll line up a three-pointer. That'll go short. Rebounds will be underneath, and eventually the tie-up will go towards the Hankinson Pirates. It's a good start for Richland. They scored 6 points in a flurry off of turnovers, and since then just with 9 points in about the last 6 minutes of the first quarter here. Well, for the Pirates, able to hit 3 threes has been the difference on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard so far, and see if they can add another before the end of the quarter. Pirates with Ireland Mauk in the front court, as Ireland leaves it right-handed side now to Hubrick. Hubrick at the right wing, takes a couple of dribbles here, able to stop on the inside. Turnover as Fisher able to jump the pass, and Fisher will go the other side of the floor. Left-handed side, Burseth gives this one to beat the horn to Steger. Three-pointer is short, and that's how we'll end our first quarter of play. On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, it's the Hankinson Pirates up by 7.
Before the farming season moves forward, there's one important decision to make. Every year brings unknowns: weather, markets, yields. Multi-peril crop insurance helps protect the work you put in long before harvest. The MPCI crop insurance closing deadline is March 16th. At IRE Insurance, we've helped generations of farmers plan ahead with confidence. Let's make sure you're ready. Contact IRE Insurance for guidance you can trust.
Milner Grain understands that agriculture is your livelihood, and we're committed to providing you with the highest quality of services to meet your farming needs. Milner Grain has a passion for our community and the farmers we serve. Milner Grain is locally owned and operated. When you're looking for a partner in the field, look to Milner Grain. Call 701-427-5284 or check out Milner Grain's app with current up-to-date prices. Milner Grain is here to help you and your farm grow.
Broadcasting today from the Farmers Union Insurance broadcast booth with David Bergman Agency, servicing both the Foreman Oaks and surrounding communities. Get in touch with Farmers Union Insurance at David Bergman Agency at 701-724-6252. That's 724-6252. Back in the front court here for the Richland Colts in their white uniforms here with the baby blue, the little gold trim. Colts across the front. We'll see this one now for Granholt. Granholt being guarded there by Shylin. Back to Steger. Steger will utilize it here. Wrap around pass. Couple of dribbles for Allen. Allen makes her way on the inside on the slip as this goes with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Able to find it to Steger. 15-footer is going to go long. And a foul here by Burseth. She got 2 hands in the back of Ireland Mauk as Bianca will pick up the foul. Her first, team's first of this second quarter. Take a look at the Richland Colts. They lost 56-47 in this very round last year in a qualifier, and then 2 years ago lost to Oaks in a qualifier as well. So they've been close getting out of the districts, seeing if they can get over that mark here now against a third different opponent as Kelly's shot will be off the mark. Allen gets the rebound. All for Hankinson, trying to make it to the region tournament for the first time since the inception of the three-division system. Block shot by Huberg after the attempt by Steger. Going to have a couple of familiar names back in the regionals representing District 1 with Maple River and alongside the Sargent County Bulldogs. Just a matter of can the Warbirds join them as they have done the last couple of years, or will someone new like Enderlin maybe get in a little bit later tonight? There's a nice inbound play. Burseth able to get that one off the window. Richland back within 5 with 60 seconds here in the second quarter as this one goes on a bounce off of Charlotte Maidenwalt, and it will be Colt basketball. As the Colts will see this one on the inbounds, trying to see if they can make this a one-possession game with a quality made look here. This one goes to the right-handed side. As they give it up top, there's a jumper from 16 off the backboard. No rebound, comes down inside to Allen. Then Allen lost it as it goes to the other side of the floor to Ireland Malk. Look at the ankle cross. Malk, little step through, a little Euro step shot, no. Rebound inside to Hernandez. Putback, can't get it to go. It's loose again, and eventually Burseth will come away with it, and we get a tie-up. Nice move, though, by Ireland Malk, showing you she can slip and slide a little bit here in the transition. As we'll see substitution into the game with Fisher. Also coming back in will be Adley Malk here for the Hankinson Pirates. Ball gets inbounded. Top of the key to Malk. Inside the paint, and she just trips up here and looks like she'll trip over her own feet the way that she went down. And sometimes it's a matter of was it intentional or was it just her feet and possibly defender's feet getting tied up with it. As Huberg to inbound the basketball here, as she does, left-handed side to Kelly. Kelly will take a couple of dribbles, zip a pass near side to Shilan on the interior. Hernandez, double team comes, and a good double by Allen at that. Allen goes the other side. Colts got numbers right to the hands, though, of Steger, and a turnover here for Richland. That's where their bread has been buttered tonight, has been points off of turnovers, and they nearly had another one as Hankinson catches a break. Pirates with Shilan Maidenwalt able to zip this one up the floor to Hernandez. Hernandez finds it to Huberg. Huberg right-handed side, good pass through the paint, but just leads Kelly a little bit too much, and Fisher will come away with the steal. Steger up the floor to Allen. Allen jumper from 15. That'll go long. Rebound comes to Shilan as Maidenwalt gets her 5th board of the game. Shilan Maidenwalt quickly up the floor, left-handed side. Fisher got a hand on it, and it will stay Pirate basketball. Coming up, we'll get to the District 1 Boys Basketball Tournament here. That'll start in Valley City on February the 27th. Hankinson Pirates, the number 1 seed on the boys' side, while for the Richland Colts, they will have a play-in game against the Enderlin Eagles later this week in the 9-8 matchup to see if they can play Hankinson on the 27th in Valley City. We'll have the quarterfinals, loser out semis, region qualifiers, and the district championship coming up on yourliveevent.com if you're unable to make it out to Valley City High School for the boys District 1 tournament. Right-handed side, Hankinson will see this on the interior, able to wrap it around to Ireland Malk. Good cut to the paint for 2. Ireland Malk now with 5 points, and the Pirates back up by 7. They led 16-9. They matched their largest lead. Allen in the backcourt lost it. Malk will take a dribble off the window, good for 2. Ireland Malk now with 7. As the Pirates lead it by 9. Steger, front court, will give it back up top to Allen. To the right wing, Richland, 2 hard dribbles inside the paint, off the window, no, and a board here to Adley. Malk wants to give it here to Hudson Huberg, and another bucket for the Hankinson Pirates. Trying to see if they can balloon this up to double digits. Huberg uses up the dribble. Allen able to jump the passing lane here and battle with Malk, and it will be last touch here off of Ireland. Good job by Allen, the freshman guard. Getting a floor burn at that, but she's able to get the turnover, and the Richland Colts will take over with the basketball. Richland so far 2 points in the quarter by a Burseth made field goal. Well, for the Hankinson Pirates, they have 4 points in the quarter, both field goals by Ireland Malk. Steger takes the screen, looking for the pick and roll. Nothing there. Now it goes right inside to Gunness. Gunnis with the skip left wing. Here's a jumper off the back of the iron by Gustafson, no good. And Hubrigg then will travel with the basketball. Got the rebound, then just kind of drug the pivot foot, and the Pirates will give it right back to the Richland Colts. The good news, though, off the turnover, they can reset defensively as Jessa Prochnow will check into the game. Enderlin, Wymer, Lidgewood on deck here for our second region qualifier. 20 minutes after this one wraps up here tonight. Steger sees this, and it's a turnover. Ireland Mauk with the basketball. Ireland will go hard to the paint. This one will be off of Fisher. So Abby hustles back defensively for Richland. Colts looking for their 11th win of the season, and the same for the Hankinson Pirates here. As Richland, 8 wins last year, 8 wins 2 years ago, as Hernandez lost it on the way up. Fisher gets the rebound. Fisher with a 3-on-3, gonna drive, kick. Here's a Steger open jumper. That'll go short. That's off of who? Last touch will be off of the Richland Colts here in Avery Gustafson. Well, for the Hankinson Pirates, in the 2022-23 season, they co-opted with Wymer Lidgewood. Just Charlotte Maidenwalt was the only player from Hankinson to be in that co-op. Then they went 2-11, 4-13, and this year now with 10 wins. So every year just stacking up good year after good year here for Hankinson. Maidenwalt quickly up the floor to Hernandez. It's a 2-on-1. Hernandez bounce pass. Fisher gets back well to rip it back away. And now the Colts can go in transition here with Gustafson. Gustafson able to spin, skip it. Steger takes a couple of dribbles now to the baseline here. Hubrigg on the guard. Steger will see this with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Able to regain the possession now for the Richland Colts. Looking for a ball screen. Burseth will give her one. Hernandez able to jump the lane to create the turnover. Ireland Mauk will go the other side. Nice pass to Hubrigg for 2. Hubrigg's got 5, and a nice find by Ireland Mauk, the freshman. Richland brings this one up the floor, and Ireland able to come away with the steal, as she does to Shiland. Maidenwalt's pass able to get through to Hubrigg. Hubrigg on the right wing, and a foul here on Ashley Steger. Steger with her first, team's second. The one thing that has hurt Richland has been scoring droughts, whether it was in their comeback win against Enderlin, where they scored 16 points in the first 3 quarters and still won against the Enderlin Eagles back on Friday. Got a good start to Sargent County, then they went over a 7-minute gap without scoring between the first and the second quarter back on Saturday, as this one goes out of bounds after Adley Mauk went up for it. So those have been the Achilles heel from a Richland Colts side. While for Hankinson Pirates, it's been the turnovers a little bit at times throughout the course of a basketball game. Shiland gives this one to Hudson, and better be ready for your popcorn on the second row, able to have that all right. As Pirates with Camry Kelly to check in here for Adley Mauk in a contest that's 25 minutes old here so far tonight in Lisbon. Maidenwalt off the inbounds, finds it to Mauk. Mauk at the right block, looking to spin. Does on the baseline, gets the shot up and in. Ireland Mauk able to rim rattle and roll that one on in. She's got 9, and the Pirates lead by a baker's dozen. Fisher to Allen, breaks the press, Burseth, and there's a blocking foul. Ireland Mauk with her second, team's first. Richland so far with 10 turnovers. You have 12 on the way here for the Pirates, as Hankinson with a substitution with Prochnow will check into the game for Ireland Mauk. For Richland, we will see this with Avery Gustafson to inbound the basketball now to Allen. Allen high post, turnaround jumper, Burseth off the backboard, up and in. So Bianca's got 4 points, all of them in the quarter. Hubrigg now with a 3-on-2. Payton opens up. There's a block shot by Allen. Rebound Hernandez. No, Hernandez will get a second chance at this, and she gets fouled in 2 shots. Izzy to the free throw line to shoot 2 on the way. As we'll see it on the way here after the foul by Avery Gustafson, her second, team's third. Free throw attempt by Hernandez misses off the iron. Mallory Gundes back in the game with Shelby Granholt and alongside Ashley Steger here for the Richland Colts. Free throw attempt here on the way for Hernandez. Trying to see if she can split the pair this time. Right-handed toss, and this one will be off the iron. Rebound will come down to Mallory as Gundes to Steger. Steger in the front court, right-handed side goes to Granholt, able to skip this one now to Allen. Allen with the head of steam off the window, no. Rebound is loose, and Hernandez comes away with it. Her fourth board off the bench for head coach Jaden Mauk. Maidenwalt, drive kick to Kelly. Back to Shilan inside Hernandez. Hernandez double as they see it to Prochnow. Jumper able to get the shooter's roll. Well, Hankinson's got a couple of those on this rim on the right-handed side. They lead it by 13. Colts get this one across the timeline to Fisher. Fisher with the skip to Allen, now to the baseline. Jumper is up. That'll go long. Board here to the Pirates. Shilan with her sixth rebound now as they see it up the floor for Hankinson. Maidenwalt taking a couple of dribbles as she does to the right wing, now to Kelly. Kelly with the jab step gets walled off here, back up top to Hubrig. Shot clock working into the teens. Maidenwalt looking for the up and under move, gets the shot up and in. Shilan with her first made field goal of the afternoon, and the Pirates with 12 points in the quarter. Lead it by 15 as Richland will see this with Mallory Gunnis. Bounce pass to Fisher, right baseline jumper, nothing but twine. Maybe Fisher's got 5. The Richland Colts back in the scoring column here, seeing if they can try to get it to 10 with a steal on the way as this one pinballs around, and eventually Huber comes away with it to Hernandez across the paint, and there's a foul. He couldn't have grabbed a better bounce, if you will, if you're Hankinson. A very fortunate bounce. It went right to Huber, then it was a 2-on-1. As you see this go on the other side to Izzy Hernandez to shoot 2 free throws. The foul on Mallory Gunnis, her first, and the team's 4th. Hernandez free throw attempt is going to see this one go up and in. Hernandez with 3 points, all from the free throw line, also has 4 rebounds. As the Pirates trying to see if they can double up the Colts here in this first half one more time. Hernandez shot no, rebound comes down, and Charlotte Manuel was ready with Granholt to tie it up. It will go back to the Richland Colts, however, on the jump. Haley Mauk substitutes now for the Pirates. District 1 girls basketball, the Hankinson Pirates, if they win, they can be the 3 or the 4 seed going into Jamestown. If Richland wins, they will be the 3 seed no matter the outcome of our next contest. Colts set up the offense. Allen, right-handed side, she's in a drive, gets cut off. Back up top now to Fisher. Fisher, 2 hard dribbles in the paint. Maidenwalt comes there to get a hand on it, and Shilan will rip it away for the steal. Maidenwalt, front court, takes the rub screen by Hubrig. Shilan tiptoes around the world, and this one gets thrown away. She threw it right between Camry Kelly and alongside with Jessa Prochnow, as it'll be a turnover here for Hankinson. As the Richland Colts, Steger left-handed side. We'll find it now to Granholt. Granholt takes the screen up top to Allen. Allen able to reverse it. Steger, top of the key for Richland. 5 seconds remaining in the half. On the interior goes Fisher. Shilan able to help it out. Back to Granholt trying to beat the horn. There's a foul. They'll have to put at least 0.2, 0.4 on the clock. And it'll be either a tip situation or a catch and shoot. We'll see how much time they put on after Granholt was going to drive inside the paint. This is just the second foul on Hankinson, so there will be no bonus. Foul will be on Prochnow, her first, team second. And you put 0.4, so you're pretty much into a tip situation here or a catch and a really quick shot with 0.4. Allen, bounce pass, they get it in, but that will do it for the first half of play. As the Hankinson Pirates go to the half, up 29-15 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Racing returns to the Norman County Raceway, Ada, Minnesota. Save the date for Tuesday, June 30th. World of Outlaws late models. Start the finish. Ada Building Center Showdown presented by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. And a season schedule filled with the return of the Wayzata Modifieds, NLRA late models, IMCA Modifieds, Race Saver Sprints. It's Thursday night racing at NCR. For the full Norman County Raceway schedule, visit ncraceway.com. Performance Ag west of Borup with Eric today. And Eric, you've been around since 2013.
We're a full-service agronomy center. We have the fertilizer, seed, chemical, liquid fertilizer. We got our water there, and we'll have everything right in close proximity now with that new addition to our fertilizer building. Like we like to say at Performance Ag, we don't want all the business, just yours. So the best way to reach me is my cell number. It's 701-799-0356.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
High school basketball here today on YourLiveEvent.com. Chase Miller and alongside Joey Hughes with you on the halftime show, brought to you in part by Farmers Union Insurance, David Bergman Agency. Hankinson, 16 points in the first quarter. They would add 13 more to that in the second. Well, for the Richland Colts, 9 points in the first quarter, 6 points in quarter number 2. Hankinson with 7 players in the scoring column. They're 4 of 10 from the free throw line. Hit 3 threes all in the first quarter, 17 rebounds to 13 turnovers. Richland, 11 turnovers, 11 rebounds. They've yet to hit a 3. They're 1 of 4 from the line with 4 players in the scoring column. Pirates led by the 9 points of Ireland Mauk. She's hit a 3. Mauk also with 2 rebounds here for Ireland. You have 5 points on the way for Hudson Huberg with 2 boards. 5 points for Camry Kelly with a made 3-pointer. 3 points for Izzy Hernandez and 4 rebounds off the bench. Adley Mauk, 3 points and 3 rebounds as well. 2 points for Charlotte Madenwald and 6 rebounds to lead the team, and 2 points for Jessa Prochnow. Well, for the Richland Colts, they're led by the 5 points of Abby Fisher and 4 rebounds. 4 points for Allen. You have 4 points for Bianca Burseth. And then 2 points here for Shelby Granholtz. Again at the half, brought to you in part by Farmers Union Insurance, David Bergman Agency. It's the Hankinson Pirates up by 14. Richland with a win, they would be the number 3 seed going to the Regional 1B tournament. Hankinson with the win can either be 3 or 4. They'd be the 3 seed if Enderlin beats Weimar-Lidgerwood, the 4 if the Warbirds beat the Enderlin Eagles here. The number 3 seed from District 1 will play at 4:30 a week from today at the Jamestown Civic Center. And the 4 seed from District 1 would play at 6 o'clock. We'll take a break. When we come back, it's our bracket breakdown when we return here today in Lisbon. Hankinson at the half, up by 14.
We offer the greatest broadband that anyone can subscribe to. And that's because of the infrastructure that we have been able to build over the last decade. You know, we're talking 10 gigabit per customer. That's the network we're building. There's days I think about, what's the network going to be after I retire? Where it continues to evolve, and if it evolves as much as what it has in the last 73 years, we can't even dream what it's going to be in the future.
Are you looking for the perfect hardwood for your next winter project? Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro has exciting news. Hardwood is now available in the Red River Valley only at Cywick. Whether you're a crafter, woodworker, or hobbyist, they have what you need to make your project. Choose from 3 convenient thicknesses and a beautiful variety of woods: red oak, cherry, white oak, hard maple, walnut, hickory, and poplar. Get started on your next masterpiece with the help of Cywick Lumber and Hardware, Hillsboro.
Quality education, affordable tuition, student opportunities. That's the Viking Promise. Valley City State University. Discover yourself here at VCSU. Visit today. A university that knows your name. Personal relationships with your professors. The tools to help you succeed. That's Valley City State University. Trusted name, affordable degrees. Visit today.
Imagine your life in Hillsborough, a place where neighbors know your name and opportunities are real. Here, you'll find affordable home lots and grants to help you build your future. In Hillsborough, safety, affordability, and community aren't just promises, they're our way of life. With a 24-hour fitness center, a strong school system, a trusted hospital, and a thriving business district, Hillsborough has everything you need to live well. Here, your family is our family, and your future shines bright. Discover Hillsborough, where small-town living means big opportunities.
As we get to our bracket breakdown, brought to you in part by Page Seed and Agronomy. Call Page Seed and Agronomy at 701-388-2635. That's 388-2635, located in Page, North Dakota. Here's what's coming up later tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. The Waimea Lidgewood Warbirds tangle with the Enderlin Eagles. That'll come 20 minutes after the conclusion of this game, roughly at 6 o'clock. Then it's our district championship with the Maple River Raiders and the Bulldogs of Sargent County, and a third consecutive season that the Raiders and the Bulldogs have met up here in the District 1 championship. Following that, we'll get to the hardware in terms of the awards from teams 1 through 4. Your all-district team as well for the regular season, Senior Athlete of the Year, and Coach of the Year as well. That's a bracket breakdown brought to you in part by Page Seed and Agronomy. For quality seed and service you can count on, get in touch with Page Seed and Agronomy in Page, North Dakota at 388-26-235. That's again 2635, the last 4 digits, as we continue here on our halftime show with Farmers Union Insurance, David Bergman Agency. If you're just joining us, Richland got out to a good start. They led 6-3. They scored all their points off of Hankinson turnovers early in the contest. Hankinson tied it up at 6 and would go on and take a 16-9 lead after the first quarter. Outscore the Richland Colts by 7 in the second quarter, led by the 9 of Ireland Malk. Charlotte Madewalt playing well with 6 rebounds, has 2 points, and the Richland Colts led by the 5 points of Abby Fisher so far. One Achilles heel for both teams of turnovers. Hankinson with 13, Richland with 11. We'll take a break and we come back. Second half action is next. That does it for our halftime show, brought to you in part by Farmers Union Insurance, David Bergman Agency. From home to life, farm and ranch, business and more. Get in contact with David, servicing both the Foreman and Oaks surrounding communities at 724-6252. Back with our second half when we return.
Before the farming season moves forward, there's one important decision to make. Every year brings unknowns: weather, markets, yields. Multi-peril crop insurance helps protect the work you put in long before harvest. The MPCI crop insurance closing deadline is March 16th. At IRE Insurance, we've helped generations of farmers plan ahead with confidence. Let's make sure you're ready. Contact IRE Insurance for guidance you can trust.
Are you looking for a smarter way to watch TV? Halston Telephone Company introduces HTC Streaming TV. Stream your favorite TV shows using HTC's app-based service on devices like Amazon Fire Stick with cloud DVR included. Get direct access to Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Hulu, and customize your lineup by mixing and matching streaming services that fit your lifestyle and your budget. Call Halston Telephone Company at 800-457-2125 to learn more about HTC Streaming TV, made easy with Halston Telephone Company.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassiz Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems, or are you working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
Yeah, I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they will come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
And that does it for our halftime show, brought to you in part by David Bergman Agency. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you here from Lisbon. Thank you so much for tuning into our broadcast. Make sure you patronize all of our sponsors for allowing us to bring you the District 1 boys and girls basketball tournament for a third consecutive year here on YourLiveEvent.com. The Pirates in their blue attire, Hankinson across the front in white, outlined in black with the basketball here to open up the second half as Richland comes out little man pressure D. Kelly looking to take a ball screen from Malk. That's Adley back to Huberg here. Shylin Maidenwalt and also Ireland Malk, their original starting 5 on the floor. Foul assist here to Richland. That'll be with Abby Fisher, her second, team's first here for the Richland Colts. Fresh 35 on the shot clock for the Pirates. Interesting 8 minutes here in the second half. If you're Hankinson and you win the quarter, feel pretty good going into the fourth. While on the opposite side, if you're Richland, can you get this back within single digits, if not a little bit more? There is a rebound, but then a turnover. Here comes a Malk three. Odd will be off the mark. No good. Rebound will be eventually won by Abby Fisher. So Fisher able to come away with a baseball pass up the floor. Goes to Allen. Allen right wing as Kelly able to head up defensively. Steger back to Allen. Allen with the shot fake here, taking a hard drive to the right. Block shot is up, no. Rebound comes down to Shylin as Maidenwalk gets her 7th board, but then it gets tipped out of bounds. For the Colts, you have Allen, as we alluded to, with Fisher. Grant Holtz on the floor with Gunness and Steger, their original starting 5 as well for Olivia Schmidt. Open, Allen, 17-footer, got it. So Allen with her first field goal since the opening quarter. Richland gets the opening points of the second half as they get a tip and a steal as the Colts here with Steger, right wing at the high post. Looking to step through. Looks for a teammate, finds one up top to Fisher as Fisher at the left-handed side sees it now to Granholt. Granholt able to take the screen to the free throw line, back to Steger. She'll wind the three, in and out, no good. Rebound, though, on the inside, and we'll get a jump ball on the arrow. We'll stay with the Richland Colts. Hernandez to come back into the game for Hankinson, as checking out will be Adley Mauk. And the Colts here with Mallory Gunness to the free throw line to shoot. As they work with it up top, here goes an Allen three-pointer. Might have gotten partially tipped. We'll see what they say. The answer is no tip, and it will go towards the Hankinson Pirates. Officials here of this one, Alex Cleaver, Ryan Schneider, and Michael Sorley, as they will have this game and game number 2 as well here in Lisbon. Maidenwalt with the pass, finds it to Mauk up the floor to Huberg, gets a 3-on-1. Huberg drive kick to the baseline. Hernandez pull back three, up and in. Izzy Hernandez with her second 3 of the tournament, and the Pirates lead by 15. Right-handed side jumper from the right wing, and the answer here for Mallory Gunness as the Colts are back within 13 points. Well, diamond and 1. Huberg will see this good hand by Fisher on top of that diamond. They'll bat that one out of bounds, and it will remain Pirate basketball. Dwindled ourselves from 9 to 8, 8 to 6, and from 6 to 4 here for the District 1 girls basketball tournament after our first 2 region qualifiers. Ireland Mauk sees it in a timeout for Coach Jaden Mauk. We'll break with him. 5:55 left to play in the third. 32-19 Pirates on the York live event.
Anderson Seed Farms Incorporated is proud to announce its new partnership with AP Select Seed by AgriPartners. AP Select offers the latest traits in genetics in both corn and soybeans. They're a family-owned company that believes in fair pricing along with unmatched customer support that makes them truly better by choice. Anderson Seed Farms is a certified seed conditioning plant that grows, conditions, and sells Westbred spring wheat seed, which was the top-growing spring wheat in North Dakota last year. Contact Anderson Seed Farms in Foreman at andersonseedfarms.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
High school basketball here today. That timeout brought to you in part by Bank North. Visit banknorth.bank. That's banknorth.bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. As we continue here in this one on yourliveevent.com, as this will get tipped out of bounds, and it will be Hankinson with another turnover. That's their 15th. As we talked about on the pregame show, if there was one thing that was starting to maybe be a little bit of a situation here, it was the turnovers when it came to the particulars, as Steger will handle the ball as she's able to do so. They give it up top, and this one will be thrown out of bounds, but it will be last touch here off a Pirate hand. And if you're Richland, it's all about trying to keep it close as they did against the Interland Eagles, and they erupted in that fourth quarter, trying to at least keep themselves thick and thin in this contest, in which they've only scored 19. However, still a lot of time to be played here for Richland to try to get something going offensively. This one will be out of bounds, and that's the one thing that Olivia Schmidt talked about, saying, hey, they held Enderlin to 37 points. They held Sargent County to 55, a team that can definitely score in the upper 60s. So she's like the defense. It's just been a matter of trying to be a little bit more consistent offensively. Steger with the turnaround. This one will be blocked shot on the way by Hernandez as Hudson Hubrick able to push the tempo up the other side here for the Pirates. Off the window, no. Rebound's going to go to Steger. And now Steger will lead a 3-on-1 the other side. Steger off the window gets fouled into the line. Ashley to shoot 2 here for the Richland Colts. Foul on Adley Mauk, her third, team's first. And also when it comes to Richland, there's no 5'11 junior in Janet Tazark, who averages 9 points and 7 rebounds. So that also is a tough pill to swallow, no matter who you are, having someone who can have that kind of performance for your starting lineup. As a pair of Maidenwalds will check in, Lillian, the 5'6 sophomore, and Shylin, the senior. Free throw attempt number 2. Richland 1 of 5 from the free throw line. They'll make him 2 of 6 from the stripe here in the contest. 32 points for the Hankinson Pirates, 20 here for Richland, as the Colts will continue the full court pressure defense. Mauk double team, and a good double team as Fisher comes away with a steal. Skip pass to Steger. Steger trying to get going with a right wing 3. That'll be long. Rebound tipped on the inside to Hernandez. Hernandez with her 5th board of the game, and now the Pirates trying to bring this one up the floor. They've scored 3 points in the quarter so far by Hernandez 3 from the left baseline. Hernandez posting up on the inside, gets it, dribble a couple times from the right block off the side of the rim, up and in. Hernandez 8 points and 5 rebounds here for the 8th grader as the Hankinson Pirates up by 14. Fisher, the other side stop, pop from 10 long. Rebound won by the right hand here for Ireland Mauk, her 3rd board. Finds it to Shylin as Maidenwaltz able to cross the timeline with a second to spare. Slips this one off now to Ireland. Ireland able to make the pass to Shylin, but will get the jump ball, and the arrow will favor the Pirates as Hudson Hubrick will check in. Well, for Richland, they will bring Violet Hermansley and Stella Veely into the contest here for the Richland Colts. Pirates with Hubrick here. Taking the ball screen, looking for it on the pick and roll. Richland able to jump the lane as they do. Good job there by Steger. Able to get this one. We haven't seen the pick and roll as much in the half court from Hankinson as we saw back on Friday and Saturday. Shot by Allens off the mark, and there's a rebound. Put back in. Granholt will go to the free throw line for 2 free throws as Shylin picks up the foul. That'll be her first in the team's 2nd. And free throw attempts here for Shelby. As Granholt, right-handed toss on the first, able to get this one to go in. Substitution as Adley Mauk will check in now for the Hankinson Pirates. Free throw attempt number 2 on the way here for Shelby. And tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, kind of see what Mother Nature has in store for some prep sports across the Red River Valley. Depending on where you're at, how much maybe ice, snow, a little bit of rain that you might get as Ireland Mauk gets it up the floor. Good hand on the way there for Violet Hermansley. Got the left hand up there and able to bat that one away as it will remain with the Hankinson Pirates. Ireland Mauk able to get this one to a cutting Hernandez. Extra pass to Adley. 3 is up off the iron. No. Rebound on the inside with Lillian, and the jump ball will favor the Richland Colts. So essentially they get to stop from a Colt perspective here with 3:33 to play here in the third. 3s all around. Diamond and 1 as well for the Pirates as they get the steal by number 3. Mauk goes the other side for 2. Ireland Mauk, the first in double digits here tonight for the Pirates. She has 11 points and 3 rebounds, scoring every quarter. And Lillian Maidenwalt now gets the steal as they give it up the floor to Ireland. Ireland right wing to Hudson Hubrick. Pass on the inside, Hernandez. Hernandez doubled, and the tip out of bounds by Veely as Kelly and Shylin Maidenwalt to come in for the Pirates, while Mallory Gunnis will check in here on the way for Ashley Steger. Pirates with Hudson Hubrick to inbound the basketball. Able to see this one up the floor to Kelly. Kelly finds a cutting Hubrick here. Huberg inside the paint, able to see this one. Lining up a three is Ireland. That'll go long. Rebound out of bounds, and it will be Richland basketball. 7 points in the quarter for the Pirates, while you have 7 points in the quarter as well for the Richland Colts. Richland sees this one tipped out of bounds by Ireland Mauk, as it will remain Richland basketball. Kinley Allen on the inbound, able to see this one to Shelby Granholt. Granholt in the front court, leaves this one left and inside to Veely. Veely to Granholt. Granholt with the cut up, no. Rebound, put back off the window. Can't get it to go as well for Violet Hermansley. Jump on this time. The arrow goes towards the Hankinson Pirates. Time's been a little bit of a rock fight in this game with 2:39 to play here in the third quarter. If you're Hankinson, you're more than willing to go bucket for bucket right now to try to close out this game if you need to. As Huberg, hard drive, left-handed layup, no, can't get it to go. Rebound to Hermansley. Now Granholt, right wing, as the Colts take the ball screen. Granholt, right-handed side to Veely. Veely on the pick and roll, nice find on the interior, and there's a foul. Ireland Mauk with her third, team's third, and 2 free throws here for the Richland Colts. As we'll see Violet Hermansley to the line, where Richland in the quarter is 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. 4 of 8 in the game here from the line. Free throw attempt on the first, got it to go. Violet gets in the scoring column as Jessa Prochnow will check in for Ireland Mauk. Get free throw attempt number 2 here, and the question is, can Richland kind of get over that first hump, which is get back within single digits before the start of the fourth quarter. His second free throw is missed. Huberg gets the rebound. Huberg coming off a 10-point performance in the loser-out game back on Saturday to lead the team in scoring, as Mauk makes the drive and she gets fouled. The 5'8 freshman Adley Mauk with a good drive to the paint. Foul assessed on Violet Hermansley, her third, team's second of the quarter, and 2 free throws, the first of the second half for the Pirates. Pirates 4 of 10 from the stripe so far in this game, as Adley bend to the knee, flick of the wrist, dumping in, she's got 4. Abby Fisher and Steger back in, as Allen and Hermansley will take a breather here for the Colts. Free throw attempt number 2 on the way for Adley Mauk is good. So Mauk now with 5 points. Pirates have got this lead to 15 up and across, and this one will be out of bounds after the deflection there, as they were looking for Veely on the far side, and Charlotte Maidenwalt has been over the floor. She's definitely been one of those players to look out for. Izzy Hernandez with 8 points. Ireland Mauk has 11 in terms of offensive side of things for the Pirates. As the Colts will see this now to Shelby. Granholt, a couple of dribbles, able to spin, make her way inside the paint. This one will be a foul. Foul assessed here on Prochnow, her second, team's 4th. So from here on out of the quarter, Richland will now be in the bonus. Trailing by 14 after 2 quarters of play, down by 7 after the first quarter. Steger lines up a 3, got it to go. That'll help. Ashley Steger, 4 points in the quarter. Richland back within 12 as this one goes up the floor quickly. Prochnow, right wing. We'll see it back up top. Charlotte Maidenwalt, answer 3, yes sir. Charlotte Maidenwalt, 5 points and 7 rebounds. As Richland with Steger makes a pass right wing to Veely. Veely lost it out of bounds, but it'll be last touch here by Adley Mauk, and that's been the difference from the Pirate perspective. Every time that they just get a little bit of a run for the Richland Colts, Hankinson just seems to either, one, get the stop when needed or get an answer 3 and not allow Richland to get a run brewing. As Steger, left-handed side, uses up that dribble, finds it to the high post to Gunnis, now to the baseline to Veely. Veely gets walled off as they work it up top. Able to find it around the world. Here's a drive off the window, no off the attempt by Granholt. Rebound Fisher, kick out right-handed side. That shot's going to be off the mark by Gunnis, but another rebound by Fisher. Third time the charm, yes! That's a 3 for Gunnis. Mallory now with 5 all in the quarter. Pirates with Camry Kelly. Kelly will be a player control foul. Offensive charge here on Kelly, her first, team's fifth, but a couple of three-pointers here by Richland. It's got this back to 12, and as we alluded to, could you try to get it within 10 or if not single digits before the start of the fourth quarter, and they got an opportunity here late in the third. Allen newly inserted. Able to give this one off to Steger. Steger with the pass on the inside finally finds Allen. Allen to Fisher at the high post. Able to work with it. Here's another three-pointer up off the backboard. No good on the attempt by Steger. Rebound to Prochnow. Hudson Hubrigg up the floor. Shot clock is off as Hankinson can hold for the final shot if they so desire of quarter number 3. Hubrigg to Maidenwalt. Shilen fakes the handoff, goes backdoor to Kelly. Kelly wraparound pass and come away with it. There is Steger. Steger with the steal. Steger looks at the clock. Stop, pop in transition 3, no. Rebound is underneath and eventually will go to the fourth quarter. After 3 quarters of play on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, Hankinson leads it by 12 as we head to the fourth.
Red River Valley winters are demanding. The expert heating and plumbing technicians at Bears Home Solutions will keep your home warm, dry, and comfortable all winter long. When winter's chill is in the air,
you need a Bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
The Bison Booster Club, an organization that is rooted in their support of the activities within the Milner Public School District and the City of Milner. They pride themselves on their community involvement in local donations to area projects and sponsorships to help make their community a pleasant place to reside. If you have any questions or are interested in becoming a Booster Club member, you can check out the Bison Booster Club on Facebook or talk with any of the existing members. The Bison Booster Club, helping make their community a better place to live.
On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. Chase Miller and Joey Hughes with you here from Lisbon. Final 8 minutes of regulation. Hankinson Pirates lead by 12. They're led by the 11 here of Ireland Mauk, while on the opposite side for the Richland Colts, they are paced by the 5 points. Make that 6 points of Allen as we see a foul on the floor, and this one will be assessed here to Ireland Mauk, her 4th. So we got 4 on Ireland, 3 on Adley here in terms of fouls for the Pirates as Hernandez will check in. While for Richland, led with 3 fouls with Violet Hermansley, everybody else with 2, 1, or none. Bounce pass on the inside. Fisher up and got it to go. As Fisher now with 7, good drawn up inbound play, and the Colts just like that back within 10. Pirates will see it with Kelly. Kelly to the right wing, she'll stop, 3-pointer, got it to go! Kelly with a stone cold 3. That's the 6th of the contest here for Hankinson. Richland will utilize it now, step through to the right wing. Here's a Mallory Gunnis answer, nothing but twine from 19-9. Gunnis now with 8. A flurry of scoring. And we'll get a timeout for Jaden Mauk here to save the possession. We'll break with them on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Pirates up by 10.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
Timeout's brought to you in part by Bank North. Go to banknorth.bank. That's banknorth.bank, member FDIC. At Bank North, it should feel personal with your banking, and it does with Bank North. Proud to be a supporter of local teams in their communities. Go to banknorth.bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. 7 minutes and 13 seconds, and from a Pirate point of view, this feels like an eternity. Well, if you're Richland, you're trying to say, well, we came back against the Enderlin Eagles back on Friday, seeing if you can pull the rabbit out of the hat one more time here in Lisbon. Find yourself to the Jamestown Civic Center a week from today. Shilen Maidenwalt leaves it inside to Hernandez. Hernandez off the window, can't get it to go. Able to follow her shot, though, and there's a foul underneath. So Izzy Hernandez, 6 rebounds. Foul will be assessed here to the Colts. Mallory Gunnis, her second, team's first of the quarter. And for the Pirates, also if you want to start taking some time off the clock, it gives you a fresh 35 here on the shot clock. Hernandez, though, will lose this one into a double team. Granholt will see it, then there's a foul with Shylin. Manuel with her second, team second, and the Richland Colts trying to see if they can make this a single-digit game on this possession. Ashley Steger in the front court, guarded here by Hubrig. Still 2 more games to go later tonight here in Lisbon. Allen takes the screen, looking for the roll. Good defense by the Pirates as they reverse it to Steger. Steger able to rip it through on the baseline, gets fouled, and Hubrig will pick it up. Hudson with her second. That'll be the team's third quickly, and Pirates just with 1 foul to give before it's the bonus for the remainder of this fourth quarter as Ashley Steger to the free throw line to shoot 2 in the regular season. The sophomore averaging 10 points per game. Has 4 so far here today and missing the free throw attempt. Richland now 5 of 11 from the stripe as Gunnis will check out. As we get free throw attempt number 2 as Violet Hermansley will check in. Second free throw attempt is up and good. Now with 5 here for Steger. Richland back within single digits. It's a 3-possession game to Hudson Hubrig. Hubrig comes through. This one out of bounds. Last touch by the Richland Colts. Richland with 4 timeouts remaining. Hankinson, they have 3. As Shylin Maidenwalt to inbound the basketball, as they do to Hernandez. Hernandez gives it to Shylin. Shylin step through to Kelly. Kelly left wing 3-pointer. That'll go long. Rebound, though, here to Adley as Malk finds Hubrig for the 3. Bucket. Hudson Hubrig now with 8. And for the Pirates, 2 field goals in the fourth quarter, both from beyond the arc. Steger waits for Hermansley. Good outlet now to Allen, up the floor to Fisher. Fisher's going to attack, look for the wraparound pass. Extra fine Steger. Steger will see this one. Able to take the shot from the left of the key. Bucket. Ashley Steger now with 8. These 2 teams trading points here in this fourth quarter. It was a 41-29 game for Hankinson coming into the quarter. As Shylin Maidenwaltz, front court, takes a couple of dribbles. This pass goes right into the hands of Hubrig. Back to Shylin on the interior. Hermansley got the tip, but right to a Pirate hand. Here goes Adley Malk for the 3. In and out, no good. Board underneath, it's loose. Eventually, Hubrig gets fouled, and 2 free throws upcoming. 8 points, 4 boards for the sophomore Hubrig. And the foul will come across here on Richland with Violet Hermansley, her 4th and the team's 2nd. Free throw attempt here on the way for Hudson Hubrig with 8 points, trying to see if she can get into double digits. Free throw attempt up on the first is good. She's got 9. Substitution as Prochnow will check in for Shylin Maidenwalt, while Mallory Gunnis, she'll check into the game here for Hermansley. Free throw attempt number 2 on the way for Hubrig. As Hudson hits both of them. As the Pirates have done, just need to find ways to stem the tide a little bit once you feel like the Colts can get a little bit of momentum on their side. Allen jumper answered, yes. Allen's got 8, and here we go. Back to a 9-point margin here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Winner punches a spot in the Region 1B tournament. The Jamestown Civic Center a week from tonight. Foul assessed here on Ashley Steger, her 2nd, team's 3rd. So both now with 1 foul to give before it's the bonus from here on out. Hankinson on the inbound, gives it to Kelly. Kelly back left-handed side, hard drive. There's a block shot on the way. Mallory Gunnis able to deny Adley Malk on the baseline. As this one will be with Hudson Hubrig here, as Hubrig works with it on the inbound. Hubrig looking to get it in before a 5 count does to Prochnow. Prochnow with a hard dribble spin, gives it back up top to Adley. Malk sees the double, and there's going to be jumping the lane. Here goes Steger. Steger trying to go coast to coast, right-handed scoop for 2. Ashley Steger now in double digits with 10, and the Colts are galloping back within 7. Prochnow with it front court. Slows it up, sees everybody get in front. Now to Kelly. Allen on the guard. Here comes a little double. Kelly zips it near side as they work with Hernandez. Good tip, and there's a steal. They go up the floor for the home run to Allen. Allen with a dribble. Hubrig is there. Hey, book it! Kenley Allen in double digits with 10 and a timeout on the floor. The Richland Colt faithful on their feet. 4:25 to play in the fourth, and the Colts are back within 5.
Been running the same skid steer brand for years? It might be time to take another look. Butler Machinery now offers the newest Cat skid steer models built to compete head-to-head on price without sacrificing performance or durability. Choose the features that fit your operation and your budget. And behind every machine is a Butler team that doesn't clock out when the work does. Real support, real response when it matters most. This season, make the switch to Cat.
New Solid-Tech R floors deliver sustainable high performance from bottle to floor. They're PVC-free and made with natural stone and recycled single-use plastic for scratch-proof, flood-proof protection that stands up to all that your life demands. Because sustainability, beauty, and performance are at the heart of Solid-Tech R floors.
Available at Carpet World, 17th Avenue South, online at carpetworldfargo.com.
Broadcasting today from the Farmers Union Insurance David Bergman Agency broadcast booth at 701-724-6252, servicing both the Foreman Oaks and surrounding communities with Farmers Union Insurance at David Bergman Agency. It's a 6-0 run over the last 60 seconds of gameplay here for the Richland Colts, back within 5. As Shailene Maidenwalt to the right wing will take the drive. She gets walled off here, uses up the dribble, and goes right to Allen. Allen gets the steal. Colts push it up the floor. Good job by Ireland Malk. Able to save it, but it goes right back to Allen. Allen bounce pass right wing to Steger. Jumper is up and in. Steger, have yourself a quarter. She's got 8, and she's got 12 in the game. It's down to a one-possession contest. Hubrig, front court, guarded by Steger, making an 8-0 run. Hubrig's pass gets deflected. Here goes Allen, the other side of the floor. Allen going to go right down Main Street, high off the window, no. Rebound to Shailene Maidenwalt, and then there's a foul on the Richland Colts. Shailene with her 8th rebound of the game. Foul assist on Shelby Granholt, her second, team's 4th. You have 2 timeouts remaining for Hankinson, while Richland, they have 4 remaining here for the Colts. 17 points in the quarter for Richland, 8 here for the Hankinson Pirates. Malk will see it now with Ireland. Back to Adley. Adley front court. Fisher's there out of bounds. Last touch here by Adley Malk. And for Richland fans, this feels very familiar to the Enderlin Eagle game back on Monday night, in which they disrupted a fourth quarter lead for Enderlin, came storming back and doubled their output in one quarter than what they did in the entire first 3 quarters. But they need to stop. Hankinson looking for a score and a little breathing room here to get up by 2 possessions. Ball screen. Here goes Kelly. Kelly will find it to Shailene. 3-pointer. This would be large. Is up and book it. Oh, Shailene Maidenwalt, the lone senior, coming up large when you need her. Here for the Pirates. She's got 8. Colts to Fisher. Fisher able to slip this one through, and there's a foul by Hernandez. Her first, team's 4th, as Fisher threaded the needle there to Granholt. If you're a lefty, it just looks better, as Hubrig able to check in, but we get a timeout on the floor. We'll break with them on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, 52-46. Pirates with the lead.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Page seed and agronomy bracket breakdown here still to come. Yet again, Waimea Lidgewood and Enderlin following the conclusion of this contest. And the Maple River Raiders and the Sargent County Bulldogs will be at 7:30 in our District 1 championship. That again is a bracket breakdown brought to you in part by Page Seed and Agronomy, located in Page, North Dakota. In District 2, the Kidder County Wolves able to advance here with the win earlier tonight over at Napoleon Gackel Streeter. So Kidder County will be making their way with LLM and Linton HMB as well in the District 2 portion of the tournament, with EKM and Medina Pingree Buchanan still to play a little bit later on. Again, that's Page Senior Agronomy bracket breakdown. Now, Richland very much has given themselves a grade A opportunity here late in the fourth quarter. Steger, three-pointer, in and out, no good. Rebound to Shylin Maidenwalt. Shylin now with her 9th board of the contest. Maidenwalt up the floor to Hubrick to lead the floor with rebounding. Here is Shylin as well, putting in a player of the game kind of a performance here for the senior. Ireland Malk, couple of dribbles, and will travel. That's a turnover. Hankinson with 6 turnovers in the quarter. They got 23 in the game. Richland with 15 here in the contest. Full court pressure defense. Allen zips this one to Fisher. Fisher able to skip it right wing to Granholt. Granholt step through off the window, can't get it to go. Rebound on the inside though for Granholt, and we're tied up. Yes, we are, and the arrow will favor Hankinson. So good drive by Shelby, trying to see her best to see if she could go through some contact, and the Pirates will utilize the ball. Hankinson on the season just 1-5 when the opposition scores 45 or more. They're trying to buck that trend here with the remaining 2 minutes and change. Ireland Malk guarded here on the way by Steger. Back up top to Hubrick. Hubrick taking the screen from Maidenwalt on the pick and roll. Nothing there. Back to Malk. Malk with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Able to reverse it to Shylin. Back to Malk. Nice give and go off the window for 2. Ireland Malk now with 13 points gives Shylin the assist. As Steger went to go try to get the steal, and then they went back door and got the 2 points. Fisher able to find it to Steger for the answer. Rainbow 3 off the iron. Rebound here on the inside as Fisher with the dribble, able to give it back up top. And now they work it left side. Fisher in the interior, able to find it to Allen. Allen lines up a left wing 3. In and out, no good. Board coming down, and here's a Shylin Maidenwalt rebound. Foul assessed on Abby Fisher, her 3rd. Will line them up for 2 as Shylin will have a chance at a double-double here this Monday evening. Welcome to February Frenzy, and we're right in the thick of it with state wrestling starting on Thursday, Friday, and then will be the duels on Saturday at the Forgadome. Maidenwalt free throw up and in. Pirates now 9 of 15 from the free throw line. That's to get it back to a 10-point contest. Both teams in the bonus from here on out. Shylin, free throw attempt number 2. There's your double-double. 10 points, 10 rebounds here for Shylin. Pirates lead it by 10. Colts got to hurry, and there's a turnover. Maidenwalt able to come away with the steal as the Pirates right now can just hang on to this basketball and take it to nearly the 1 minute mark before they need a shot. Instead, there's the foul by Allen to stop the clock, and 2 free throws upcoming here for Kelly. Kelly with 8 points in the game, and for the Hankinson Pirates right now, hit your free throws and you can find yourself to a Region 1 basketball tournament here for Hankinson. Free throw by Kelly is also good. These are just proverbial nails in the coffin right now here for the Pirates, and we'll get a timeout on the floor. 87 seconds to play in the 4th, and a region qualifier from Lisbon. Pirates up by 11.
Are you looking for the perfect hardwood for your next winter project? Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro has exciting news. Hardwood is now available in the Red River Valley only at Cywick. Whether you're a crafter, woodworker, or hobbyist, they have what you need to make your project. Choose from 3 convenient thicknesses and a beautiful variety of woods: red oak, cherry, white oak, hard maple, walnut, hickory, and poplar. Get started on your next masterpiece with the help of Cywick Lumber and Hardware, Hillsboro. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers. They are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, it's a 57-46 advantage here for the Hankinson Pirates. To go through the history of Hankinson, 1 state title back in 1974 over McHenry. They made it to state in 74, 77, 2008, and 2009 as well for the Pirates in program history. Free throw attempt will be missed by Kelly. That's their first miss of the quarter. They're 5 of 6 from the free throw line after Fisher got her 9th rebound. Steger, front court now for the Richland Colts, takes a ball screen, able to slip this one inside, but there's a turnover. As going the other side, this will be a foul here with Richland. Foul against Mallory Gunnis, her 3rd, and we'll see free throws upcoming for the Hankinson Pirates with Adley Mauk. Going back to some of the history for the Hankinson Pirates as well. Kaya Mauk broke Casey Geffrey's all-time scoring record in Hankinson. Casey Geffrey finished over 1,472 points. And then the assistant coach here for the Hankinson Pirates and Megan Rube, a former Richland Colts standout. Free throw attempt number 2 is going to be good here for Adley Mauk. So these two programs able to weave kind of just through some different players here, as Rube, a all-region caliber player for a handful of seasons for the Colts. As Kinley Allen able to get the free throw attempt, she's got 12. Olivia Schmidt, former Olivia Johnson of Concordia here, and the head coach for a few seasons now for Richland, as we get a timeout for Jaden Mauk one more time with 56.5 seconds to play. We'll take a break with them. Hankinson up by 10.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
Time on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North. As we're alluding to again, there's some storylines that get weaved into Division B, and particularly once you start having former players that become coaches, especially coaches maybe for some rivals through across the way. But this Pirate team, even just winning one game in the district tournament, was going to be their best season since the 3-division system in terms of postseason play, as Maidenwalt will throw this one out of bounds. And they're trying to find themselves at 56.2 seconds to play to see if they can make it to the Buffalo City here and be either the 3 or the 4 seed from this district. Little give and go as Maidenwalt able to steal this one. Shilan will handle it. As Maidenwalt will see the foul coming here for Granholt, her 3rd. And Shilan Maidenwalt can put the exclamation points here for the senior and what she was able to do again. The Pirates back in 2021-22 season, they went 9-12, lost to Central Cass in the Region 1 quarterfinals. And for this Pirate team then, they co-opted with Weimar Lidgerwood in the 2023 season. She was the one lone player that played. Got to have a team in the 2023-24 year, kind of a hybrid of a JV varsity schedule, as Maidenwalt able to hit both free throw attempts. Makes it a 12-point contest. And then in doing so, get to a 4-13 season last year, and now on the verge of making it to a region tournament. You hear certain coaches just say stack good days, stack good years together, and hopefully you see the results play out, and that's what it's been for Jaden Mauk's team right now for the Hankinson Pirates. As Hankinson will see this one as they do up the floor. They give it to Kelly. Kelly at the right wing. This one will be a foul. Clock will stop as the foul will be assessed here on Mallory Gunnis. That'll be her 4th. And on the opposite side for the Richland Colts, this will be the 3rd consecutive season that they've made it to a region qualifier and came up just short. They lost by 9 points against Weimar Lidgerwood last year as a free throw is off the mark. And then 2 years ago, they lost to the Oaks Tornadoes in a region qualifier. So 3 years here for Richland, but coming up just a bit shy of that region tournament as the free throw attempt here on the second one, able to get that to go here for Kelly. So Kelly goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line. The Colts will handle a turnover. Richland will finish 10-12 on the season. They'll have 2 seniors of Mallory Gunnis and Abby Fisher here playing the final time for the Richland Colts. As Richland will make a substitution with Avery Gustafson, and alongside here with Stella Veely, and they will bring out the seniors here with Mallory Gunnis and Abby Fisher and allow the Richland Colt faithful of Colfax, Abercrombie and Company. A nice round of applause and a bear hug by the head coach, Olivia Schmidt, for both of them, as well as these kind of games, these region qualifiers, your season comes to an end or you get another week, and just part of high school sports is the foul is committed. Ireland Malk will head to the free throw line to shoot 2, but for the Hankinson Pirates, this will just be another thing to continue to evolve the program, get another week playing basketball, and find out who your opponent's going to be, whether it's Lytton HMB or Lemoore Litchell Marion. Free throw comes up short, while for the Richland Colts, stuff to continue to progress and build off of. They came through some injuries here this season as well, as Steger will check out of the contest. And Hankinson faithful, nice round of applause for their team as well, understanding what this means to the program and to the community. Volleyball made it to the regionals. Their football team made it to the 9-man semifinals, and now their basketball team is going to make it at least to a region tournament here, as Ireland Malk able to go 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And the Pirates just keep adding on to the free throw line here and take a 14-point lead. Richland up top will utilize it now to the right wing. Here goes Allen. Allen tiptoes the end line to the baseline as they work with it now to Lankin Allen. That was 7 seconds. Back to Kinley. Kinley jumper inside the paint. That's going to go long. Rebound comes to Hankinson, and the Pirates can book a bag for the Buffalo City as they defeat the Richland Colts by a final of 62-48. They will either be the 3 or the 4 seed, pending the result of our next game. Richland finishes at 10-12 on the season. Back with more on our post-game report when we come back next here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Emery Vistos Implement has been family-owned and operated since 1935. Located in Oaks, North Dakota, they sell CarQuest automotive parts and numerous lines of agriculture parts. Plus, you'll have to stop by and check out their clothing and footwear department, featuring the brands of Brothers in Arms, Howitzer, Ariat, Cinch, and Twisted X Footwear. Emery Vistos Implement, everything and anything you need is under one roof. Stop in just south of Oaks on Highway 1 or call 701-742-2167.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Ready to move better, feel stronger, and perform at your peak? At Evolve Therapy and Performance in Hankinson, they do more than rehab, they help you evolve. From physical and occupational therapy to wellness services, dry needling, and PEMF, Evolve Therapy and Performance treats the whole you. Athletes, their sports performance training is fully individualized, built around your sport, position, and season. Transform the way you live, play, and feel. Visit Evolve Therapy and Performance in Hankinson and take the next step today.
As we come back here on our post-game show with one of our players of the game, Shailin Maidenwalt, the one lone senior here for the Hankinson Pirates with a double-double. Shailin, just what does it mean for this particular team to get to a region qualifier here this season and just continue this basketball journey for another week here going out to Jamestown next Monday?
It means a lot. We've worked really hard this year and obviously in past years, but past years we had little experience. So getting this far means a lot to our team this year. And having 4 players in double digits with yourself, 12 points, 10 rebounds. Ireland with 14. You had 10 from Hudson, 10 from Camry. Izzy comes off the bench with 8. Just talk about how fun was that to see the balance for your team top to bottom here in this one. It's a lot of fun. One of the biggest things we preach in the locker room is just sharing the ball. If you're driving in and there's 5 defenders on you, someone else is open, and we've been getting a lot better at kicking and then letting our other teammates score. It's been 3 years for this team after the 1 year with the co-op, obviously with the Warbirds. Just take us through where this team is, Shailin, a couple years ago to where it's now. Your 11th win, you're heading to the regional. Just take us through what this journey has been you for this lone senior. Our team has made strides. It's crazy. If you think about a couple years ago, we had terrible records and stuff, and seeing our progress now is I know the future is in good hands after I leave. What's the one thing you want to see from this team for another week of practices? Obviously, you'll find out who your opponent is, let the ball tip, and see what happens on Monday. But what do you want to see from this team as you progress to the Jamestown Civic Center? I think we played really good, but you can always improve still. So I think we're going to go in, continue working hard, and then it doesn't matter if we win or lose in Jamestown. Obviously, we want to win, but just making it this far this year, it means a lot, period. So,
hey, congratulations on 2 wins at the district tournament. Best of luck next week in the Buffalo City.
Thank you.
Charlene Maidenwalt with us here with the double-double. We'll take a break and continue with more after this.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Get in touch with David Bergerman today at 701-724-6252.
Hankinson is a very progressive small town that's actually, I would say, growing or thriving rather than dying.
If you have a family, this is a top-notch school system.
Hankinson's a small enough town that you feel secure.
We're able to be self-sustaining by having all of these awesome amenities.
And although Hankinson may be a small town, it has lots of things to keep you entertained or to start a new career.
Find home in Hankinson, North Dakota.
Again, our player of the game brought to you in part by Enbridge. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Is Charlene Maidenwalt with a double-double, 12 points, 10 rebounds, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, hits a couple of three-pointers as well. Charlene Maidenwalt is our player of the game after Hankinson picks up the 62-48 win over Richland. As we go to our play of the contest, after Richland got it to 49-46, the Hankinson Pirates would close out the game on a 13-2 run, and a lot of it was at the free throw line late, but give credit to Hankinson when they needed to make the adjustments, particularly in that fourth quarter, and try to get one big stop or get a made field goal. They were finding ways to get over the proverbial hump, if you will, and just try to put the Richland Colts away. They did enough of it with some timely three-pointers by Hubrigg or Ireland Mauk, taking it to the paint. Camry Kelly hit a three in that fourth quarter, then obviously from the free throw line, as they were able to do a really nice job just missing 3 free throw opportunities after having 14 attempts, make that 4. They went 10 of 14 in the fourth quarter from the stripes. So that run late, that 13-2 run to close out the contest is our play of the game, brought to you in part by Agassi. Go to Agassi Precision website at planterdoc.com. As we continue with more after this here on the postgame show, your final numbers: 14 points for Ireland Mauk, 12 on the way for Shilan. Double-double with 10 boards. Hudson Hubrigg, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 10 points for Camry Kelly. Had 8 points for Izzy Hernandez with 6 boards, 6 points for Adley Mauk, and 2 for Jessup Prochnow. Richland led by the 12 points of Kinley Allen, 12 points of Ashley Steger, 8 points for Mallory Gunnis. She had 7 for Abby Fisher, 4 for Shelby Granholt, and a point for Violet Hermansley here for the Richland Colts. Richland now 10-12 on the season, while Hankinson is 11-5. It's now time for a bracket breakdown, brought to you in part by Page Seed and Agronomy. So here's what's at stake again for the Hankinson Pirates, barring the outcome of our next contest, as they will be the 3 seed if Enderlin can beat Weimar Lidgewood. If the Warbirds beat the Eagles, and then via the head-to-head win from earlier in the tournament, then Hankinson would beat the 4 seed. And that, again, will be determined on our next contest here, as in that one for the Pirates, they will either play at 4:30 or 6 o'clock a week from Monday. Kidder County defeated Napoleon Gacko Streeter earlier today. They're the number 3 seed from the District 2 tournament. They will play at 7:30 on Monday against the District 1 champion. That is our bracket breakdown, brought to you in part by Page Seed and Agronomy. Get in contact with Page Seed and Agronomy at 701-388-2635. That's 388-2635 for quality seed and service you can count on. Well, coming up in about 15 minutes, opening tip for our second region qualifier with the Enderlin Eagles and the Weimar Lidgewood Warbirds. Tip of the cap to Coach Jaden Mauk here on the Hankinson Pirates, and alongside in a loss to Olivia Schmidt here for the Richland Colts. We'll continue with more after this here in Lisbon.